My name's John Willsteed, and I'm one of the many guitar players in Halfway.
My name's John Busby. I play guitar and sing in Halfway.
I'm Elwin Hawtin. I'm the drummer in the band Halfway.
I'm Luke Peacock. I'm the keyboard player in Halfway.
I'm Ben Johnson. I'm the bass player in Halfway. And I started in Halfway in about 1999, I think.
I'm Noel. I play steel in the band. It's sort of like a undercurrent colour for the band. I'm not anything like a normal pedal steel player. That's just what I do.
Yeah, I'm Liam Fitzpatrick. I play in the band, play guitar mainly on this album. I've been playing banjo and mando now 3 years, but I'm mainly guitar now, so yeah.
I've been doing this since I was 14 or something, and it's always been the most important thing apart from personal relationships. My friend Paddy Coe bought a Maton, a bit like that Epiphone, the red guitar that I play, quite similar to that, a Maton canoe, and I learned to play I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash, and I really loved the sound of the guitar and everything. So.
When I first started buying records in the late mid-80s, I wanted to work out how they were made, so I was in Rockhampton it was about 1985, and I heard some REM singles that I wanted to, I realised that they were making great music, and it wasn't a virtuosic thing, they were just making it because it was beautiful. There's no reason for it, they were just making it. A friend of mine got me into it, and then we started a label, put out some 7 inches from Rocky when I was a kid, so I've always just been making records. I've always loved it. I just love it. It's always about making the next one. It has been forever, for me anyway, since I was 16, which is a long time ago.
I guess it's just something that's always been right from when I first saw a drum kit. I guess decided to make music came from out of like learning to play drums, and just finding like-minded people. It came from just playing in cover bands and just learning how to do it from a younger age, and kind of grew from there, I guess.
I've been playing music since I was probably 7 or 8, playing trad music, and just sort of developed as it's gone over. I've always just had a draw to music, it's always just hit me somewhere, that a lot of other things don't. I've listened to bands, and not only bands, but even just solo stuff and that, and I've always just had a tie to music. I don't think it'll ever leave me,
Start of Halfway was around early 2000. It came out of the ashes of a band Johnny and I were in before, and a band called St Jude. And it kind of just organically came together when we first met Ben and the Fitzpatrick brothers. And kind of grew from that.
Met up with the Halfway boys probably over 20 years ago at this stage, and I've been playing with them since.
Well, Benny, the bass player, is one of my old mates since I was a kid, and he started with a band called St Jude before us, and I met these boys because I used to play in a band in an Irish pub called Dooley's, and these boys used to come in and watch us, and they liked what I do, and I liked the way they sat at the bar.
I knew Ben and, funny enough, Les, who was playing the tambourine, a long time ago, and through my girlfriend at the time, and she dragged me along to a Halfway show, and I kind of reluctantly went thinking it wasn't going to be very good, but it was amazing. And then I met them at a gig when I was working for a radio station, and that was around the same time Les left the band, and so they asked me to replace it. I've learned a lot. It's the first kind of real band that I was in, so it was like going to school. It was it was a good better than any kind of tertiary education. Yeah, and we all get along. It's bizarre. I was like, man, I'm going to witness some like hectic blow-ups, but no, everyone's mates. It's great.
We've played together a long time together. I've said before, I'd be a terrible bass player in any other band other than Halfway, because this is the only band that I've played in, you know. So, and I learnt to play in Halfway, and I think a lot of us have. Like, we've improved as a band because we've played together so long over time. There's an intuition that comes with it, I think. It would be like anything. If you do something with other people for a long time, you start to preempt things and you can understand things that don't have to be said. And we rehearsed a lot. We still rehearse a lot, but for 10 or 15 years we rehearsed twice a week, every week. So it was repetition and repetition and repetition of the process and the activity, I guess. So, yeah.
And then also, I mean, like Ben, Johnny, Busby and Elwin have been playing. Well, I guess, Halfway's been around for that long now. And Benny and Elwin, Johnny and Elwin have been playing since they were, in high school. So there's definitely a connection there.
It's a weird time for music, I guess, at the moment. So this is a different avenue to play. There's new songs of ours, I guess, and to get them filmed and recorded and hear them in a different way, I guess, to either an album or a live show. It's kind of somewhere in between, I think. So, yeah.
It's just another thing for Halfway. It's just something we decided that we were going to do, and in sort of relation to the new album coming out, and we all sort of dug in and thought, it's a good thing. It's the first time we've done a live sort of concert recording, and put a bit of effort into it, and hopefully it's going to come out well.
I had no idea what to expect. It's not our usual bag to come in and sort of perform in front of 3 people that are sitting on couches behind us. So us bunch of lads, we were able to just get together, forget everything around us, and we just go into a mode. And I felt like it was that. I thought Patience and Liam Bray were excellent.
So my name is Patience, and I used to be in a Brisbane band called The Greats for about 15 years. So I guess we've sort of crossed paths many times over the years. So Adele Pickvance was meant to be singing in the band today, but unfortunately she's come down with COVID. And then I got roped in yesterday afternoon, and it's a real treat. I'm just I don't know, it was just such a good experience. I was really happy to be asked to come and sing today. So I was really quite stressed this morning before I came in, and I think it's just trying to listen to the songs enough and listening to them in the car. But I find it really much better when you've got lyrics. So when I got the lyrics and sung to it a few times. However, in the actual moment, because that's all well and good, sometimes I try to come in slow on so I look at Johnny, and as I see his mouth opening, I open mine, but a second after his. So I've got the note, and then I just try to kind of fake it. Fake it till you make it. I don't know, I've never had this opportunity before, so I really wanted to make it work.
We're very proud of them. I think it's definitely some of our best work to date. And Johnny and Ben's songwriting in this next record is just really shining through.
There's little motifs all through those songs, and you might hear it on Liam's guitar, then you might hear it repeated in a slightly different way on John's guitar or myself, or I play to the vocal more than the guitars, which is odd for a bass player, so you get that sort of, they're doing this the whole time, in and out of each other, I guess, yeah.
because we've known each other forever, and no matter what happens, even if one of us sort of did something to something else, one of the other guys out on the street kind of thing, it doesn't matter. Once we get into here, we know each other so well that it just clicks and we forget all that stuff. It's like when you meet someone like your best mate from 20 years ago that you grew up with, it doesn't matter. You just click. You know, you forget all the past, you forget all the shit, what happens in between, and we're like that. Halfway's like that.
Yeah, these guys are like family, you know. It's again, it's a long time to spend together with a group of people doing something, like not just hanging out. You're sort of working towards a shared goal or a purpose or whatever that is. So yeah.
Nobody forced me to come here today. I came here purely out of excitement and love and opportunity to hang out with the guys and make really good music.
You couldn't keep me away. It's being a part of this band and with these guys. It's not just a band. We're a group of friends that just enjoy what we're doing together. It's something I miss when we're not doing it. I miss the guys when we're not around together. It's just an absolute pleasure to play with these guys.
Yeah, just trying to make something beautiful, like whether it's meaningful or part of popular culture or any of those things, I couldn't give a fuck. It's just about trying to make something beautiful. So, just trying to make something that I think's beautiful, or we think's beautiful.
Because I could be at home with my feet up watching Murder, She Wrote, or perhaps Sister, what's her name? Sister, it's like Father Brown and Sister, and Boniface is her name. It's just the worst. Anyway.